Hello, everyone. John Solyman, the Money Doctor. Today, I'll be addressing a subject that I promised the last video that I'll be carrying on. It's retirement and retirement myth out there and some of the misconception that people have about retirement. Just to introduce myself, I'm the founder and the CEO of MoneyDr Financial Insurance Solutions Inc. and also MoneyDr Wealth Management LLC. I'm a chartered retirement planning counselor, investment advisor representative, National Social Security Certificate Advisor holder that basically tells you I'm your fiduciary. So today I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm doing something fairly new to me, so bear with me. The object of today is us first knowing how to build on towards retirement, especially if you are in your 50s and 60s and getting closer to this goal. If you haven't planned for it already, today is going to be very important to you. If you already have plans and have some product that you're working with, today is going to be very enlightening for you. And if you're actually counting on Social Security, today is going to be very critical because I'm going to be going in a little bit of depth in a complex subject, which is Social Security. Now I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Money Doctors Financial Insurance Solution. I'm John Solyman. We are a local host for a retirement workshop that operates, I would say, nationwide. So I'm going to be using some of the slides that we use for them in our seminars. So go ahead and do that with you right now. Now, I want you guys to know that retirement came with a lot of risk as we went into 2021 and all the pandemic and what happened. Okay, so I just want you guys to know, just as a disclosure, okay, today's concepts and numbers and facts that I'm gonna share with you guys is not endorsed by the Social Security Administration or the IRS. That is not to give you a tax advice or just to influence your decision anyhow. Today I'm just sharing information with you guys so you can help you at least further investigate your personal situation, because today is just going to be all general information. Okay, that's me, John Solyman. I'm a CRPC, NSSA, and I'm also an investment advisor certificate holder. We funnel some of our services or advisory service through a firm called Foundation. They are in the billions of dollars. And this is Mr. David Young. This is the chief investment officer that actually with the Foundation Investment Advisory Firm. He's a chartered financial analyst, and he's also been in the industry for quite some time, over 26 years. His team managed over $50 billion with PIMCO. So he's a very, very knowledgeable person, and we take pride in having him on our advisory partners. Okay, now I want you guys to know that when we sit with people and we address the retirements, usually there is few areas, okay, that it concerned them. When they did a study, okay, what are your most fears about retirement? A lot of them said, as you see in the study, some of them said death, which is like 39%, but 61% of those, they had concerns and they were worried that we'll run out of money when it comes to retirement. Now, how to navigate your retirement? Usually we tell the people, you gotta actually step back a little bit and understand what you should do next. Usually I tell my people, okay, let's sit down, let's see where you at. You should sit with an advisor or with your family or the people that made the financial decision for you. Sit down, understand where you at first. Once you understand what you at, now you're gonna need to determine your goal. Okay, by determining your goal, this will get you a clear idea where you want to be. Now you should see the risks that you can get and what risks that out there can affect your journey to get to your goal. Second, after that, you should sit together and put on the page in a piece of paper and draw down all the resources that you currently have that you're counting on to get you to your retirement. After you do that, put together a plan just to fill up any gaps that might be there. Adjust any allocation or any place that you have your funds in that maybe you're not taking enough risk to grow. Maybe you're taking more risk that you shouldn't be taking. So now you just need to adjust and develop the plan by numbers, including how many years you want and when you want to retire, how much risk you can get to to where you want to be, which we all hope for, which is the financial security to get our retirement peaceful with no worries. Now, big thing that plays a role in all our calculation for retirement, and it's unfortunately something we cannot control, is the debt, or the national debt that we have in the US. As you see on those charts, the national debt has been rising throughout the years. Okay, and nothing we can control over it. Unfortunately, last year we added trillions of dollars of debt to help us get through the year. So there is a lot of people out there, they say it is necessary, unnecessary, we shouldn't be doing this, we should be doing this. It doesn't really matter at this point. It is there, it's been spent, and this unfunded liabilities that's created on the back end because of that, it will stick. Okay, and that will put pressure on you and your retirement plans for many areas in your retirement plans calculation and income, as far as taxes, as far as your pension plans, as far as your social security, Medicare, and anything in the future years to come. So now is the best time for you to slow down and understand what are the sources of retirement income that you're counting on, and adjust how much control that you have, what you are in control of, and what are just on control of what's happening out there, and that may impact all your game plan that you have for your retirement. Now, I hear a lot of people that talk about Social Security running out of money. Okay, let me just chime in before I get into this chart. Okay, you need to understand how the Social Security system works. Social Security system was originally started or signed into law in 1935. Okay, back then when Social Security is signed into law, it was by the name a Social Security program that they created to help people throughout the retirement ages. Back then in 1935, there was a ratio between the people that works and pay into Social Security and the retiree, which receiving benefit of Social Security. What was the ratio? Was 160 workers paying into Social Security for one person retired. 160 to 1. They did a study in the past couple of years, and the ratio went down from 160 people to 2.8. So 2.8 to 1. You can imagine how much less money is going in. Okay, there's a lot of factors that have changed throughout the years in the Social Security, a lot of adjustment that happens between adding the COLA, putting the taxes on your Social Security retirement income, and a lot of the changes that happen into it. When people say Social Security is running out of money, that doesn't mean that you're not going to receive any Social Security retirement income. What they mean is that there is a trust fund. Okay, it's like a cushion that's in the Social Security program that helps with any fluctuation if there is a deficit or if there is a surplus in the Social Security revenue. So what is it? How it works? Okay, people pay into Social Security, right? That an influx into the Social Security program. Okay, Social Security collect taxes on people that pay in getting Social Security benefit. That's add to the influx. Social Security have interest added to it from the treasury bonds out there or the trust fund. Okay, now this is what goes in. This is what goes out. The benefit goes out. Okay, and we have all the benefits that goes out, and you have it in here between mostly or majorly the old age and survivor insurance benefit that goes out. Okay, now there is usually a $3 billion of swing up and down, okay, in the equation. Unfortunately, lately this has been going not in the right direction with all the spendings and people living longer and all this stuff. So that what shows here in the blue line, the solid blue line, that the Social Security is expected, if nothing changed, okay, the trust fund to run out of money. Okay, but 2035, what that say to you, that as of 2035, if nothing gets changed, you're expected to lose 20% of your expected retirement benefit. Okay, because Social Security, by the law, they cannot run in the red. they will have to adjust the benefit for them to stay even. Okay, now I will just tell you about some of the operation and reserves and all the numbers for the trust fund. Okay, and how it works. Okay, meaning is there is a lot of pressure right now on the Social Security between the Medicare system, the Social Security system, that is putting a lot of pressure that us as financial plan and retirement plan, we have to put it in consideration. So when people set the expectations right and they don't get surprises when they retire. Okay. Now, throughout the years there's been a shift, okay, on who's responsible for your retirement. Back in the day, it was majorly, as we see, there's a lot of defined benefit plan, pensions, okay? Social Security to play a big role on people's retirement plan. So all of this was more geared into others are taking the risk for your retirement. Throughout the years and recently, there has been a shift of the responsibility, okay, taken away from the pension and the Social Security and putting that into your own personal savings and how you save for your own retirement. Is it your employer that providing you with a 401k? If you are self-employed and you building your IRA or SIP IRAs, all the plans that you can have, or you just setting up a saving account or brokerage account that you put in money in or whatsoever. Okay, so they have been shifting the responsibility to you, and that still says a lot, because that means there's a lot out there that they cannot control. So they put you on control, and this is not a good thing usually, because most of us, we don't act and we don't have the resources or the time to go act. That's why take control of your retirement and actually slowing down, understand what you're doing and where your head is very critical, because the risk has been transferred to you over the years. Now, Social Security. Okay, Social Security by default, it plays a big role of a lot of people retirement income. Okay, some people more than others. Okay, but on the average, it approximately covers maybe 36% of your pre-retirement income. Okay, why am I saying that? Social Security was never intended to retire you fully. It was only intended to provide you for an income floor. Okay, an income floor that you're gonna have from that will be adjusted with you and you're gonna get for life. Okay, so people that actually look at Social Security as their sole or only source of retirement income are up for a surprise with all what's happening, because we know that with the studies, any person that's going into retirement will approximately need an average of 77% of his pre-retirement income to sustain the standard of living that he has before retirement. Okay, meaning is, if Social Security formula was intended only to provide you 39% and you're not really prepared to fill this gap between the Social Security and your standard of living, you're up for a surprise. Now, a lot of people tell me, John, when can I get my Social Security? When can I file? Okay, there is few ages, okay, that you need to pay attention to. It's age 62, which is the first or the minimum age you can qualify to apply or file for your Social Security benefit. So 62 is the earlier you can get it. Okay, 70 is the latest you can apply for it or you get it. Okay, there is in the middle, there is an age that based on it will determine how much you're getting. Okay, which we refer to as your full retirement age, which is based on your age. Okay, majorly most of the people that we sit with right now, they're anywhere between the 1954 and on. So you can go anywhere between 66 moving forward. Okay, and if you were born in 1960 or later than that, your full retirement age would be 67. Okay, you can always get that when you look at your Social Security statement, when what I will tell you later on in the video how to get it. Okay, now how are my benefits being calculated? Okay, you always want to look for something called primary insurance amount. There is a certain terms that it's been used, which is for retirement age, FRA. There is AIME, AIME, which is average index monthly earnings. There is BIA, the primary insurance amount, okay? And the actual money that you will get at the end of the year, which your benefit amount is completely different numbers. It's just described as a different stage of the calculation, if I would say. Okay, now, how do you calculate it, John? They get your BREA. The BIA, or first they start with the AMI. How do you calculate the AMI, John? They go and get your actual index earnings throughout your work life that you have. Okay, so they add up all your index earnings throughout your work history, all of it. They get this number and they divide it by 420. 420 is 420 months. Why? Because the Social Security will only take in calculation the highest 35 years of earnings. Okay, so if you work less years, you're still gonna get, your number is gonna get divided by 420. If you work more than 35 years and you're planning to work further, you gotta look into it. Am I gonna make more income or less? Because if you work more years and you're not making more income that you made before, it's not gonna get factored in. Okay, now once they get this number after they divide it by 420, now this number they take it into something called pinpoint. Okay, this is the when they start stressing your number, AMI number, to see what's going to be the actual amount, the PIA that you will get. And as you see, there are 3 pinpoints that they go through. The first 90% of they get you 90% of the first 996. They get you after that whatever exists to that, to the $6,002. They get you 32% of that, and whatever exists to that, they give you 15% off it. And the number from that now is the primary insurance amount. Once you get this number, now we factor in if you take it in early, you take it later, how much is going to be your, if there is any reduction factor is going to apply, you take in later, how about any credit that you're going to get, and all those stuff that will factor in. Are you working? Are you not working? How much you making, money you making? Are it going to be taxable or not taxable? Okay, are you taking a spousal benefit or are you taking your own benefit? There's a lot of numbers that gets factored into that. Okay, this is just an average of the calculation of who makes how much and what should he expect at what age. That could be a good slide for you guys to visit later on. Now, good thing about Social Security that they factor in something called COLA, which is a cost of living adjustment. This is you don't know until they sign into how much is going to be the COLA for the year. But for the past 10 years, it's been around 1.65 as you want to average it. Okay, so and we expect it maybe next year they're going to go a little bit up, but we don't know yet. Okay, now is my Social Security taxable? Yes, it is. And if you don't know that, you're up for a surprise. Based on your income and how you file your taxes, married, filing jointly, or any other way of filing taxes, they take in consideration what's your provisional income, which I'm going to describe in the next slide. And they will, based on that, they will see how much of your Social Security can be taxable. Up to 85% of your Social Security income can be taxable, meaning it can be reported as income and you're still going to get taxed on it. Okay, so you guys need to be careful with that. And this is very personal. If you have any question and you're getting closer to retirement and you expect to be in a higher tax bracket, we need to talk. So because we need to coordinate the sources of income that you have and which one you're taking from, so you don't end up with a high tax bill out of nowhere. Okay, now what's provisional income? Provisional income is it's a sum of your AGI, which is adjusted gross income, not including the Social Security. You get above the line deductions, you get the AGI for yourself, and after that they add on 50% of your Social Security benefit amount. They add that to this, and if you have any tax-free revenue from municipal bonds or stuff like that, they add it too. So the major bulk is your AGI plus 50% of your Social Security benefit. You get this number, and based on this number, they will determine how much is taxable, if any. Now, can I work and get Social Security? Yes, you can. Okay, but you need to know that there is a withhold that may happen. You will withhold dollars of your Social Security benefit especially or specifically if you're doing that before for retirement age. Okay, so you need to really be careful because the can withhold is a $1 for every $2 or $1 for every $3 up to a certain number a month, as the number says here. Now, okay, there is a lot of changes that's been happening. Okay, with the Presbyterian Budget Act of 2015, and a lot of stuff that happened, and some of the filing strategies that we used to have for our clients, that like the file and suspend strategy or the restricted application and all this good stuff has been going out. They've been taking away a lot of the strategies out there. So if you haven't looked into what strategies out there that may help you maximize your benefit, I highly recommend you reaching out to us or reaching out to somebody that can help you. Just want to let you know, there has been changes for 2021. A portion of your check or your annual income is you pay taxes on. The maximum in 2020 with 13,700. That has increased to 1,142 and 800 for the year of 2021. Okay, so there has been changes. Okay, the maximum benefit has been there. Okay, there is even the credit quarters, the quarter credit that you can get, you should get, that gets in the calculation for your qualification for your Social Security, has increased. It used to be 1,410 per quarter. Now it's 1,470 per quarter. Okay, so there has been a lot of changes. Not a lot of people are educated on that and just waiting. You need to ask. Okay, and there is a lot of changes that actually they have been proposing. Okay, to fill the gap that and fund the future liabilities that they know that's going to be stressed. They might increase your full retirement age from age 67. Okay, all the way to age 70. That means your credits for delay may disappear. Okay, they might just decrease the COLA. Okay, they're not going to adjust it for inflation. Okay, they might change the calculation for the primary insurance amount, which I told you, the 90, 32, the 15%. They might do that. Okay, they might even remove the delayed credit. Okay, they may increase the payroll tax. There's a lot of changes that can occur. Okay, we need to prepare for that, guys, ahead of time. I advise you, just to recap this, go ahead and create a Social Security account if you don't have it already. If you have any questions or you want me to look into your personal situation as far as Social Security as a part of your retirement plans, okay, feel free, reach out to us, set up an appointment with me, and we can do a complimentary income evaluation or income report, including your Social Security projected income, to see if there is any gaps that you may have and how we can consult you on how we can fill all those gaps. John Solyman, the Money Doctor, and I look forward to hearing back from you guys. I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye-bye.